Yes, peeps. Welcome to Tech Bites with Lex. Today I'm going to show you how to build a home lab using your desktop or laptop computer. This is one of the most scalable, most flexible, and most economical and very powerful way to build a home lab. I've been using this type of home lab for many years, and I've used it to level up in my IT career. In this home lab series, we'll be building out servers from different environments from basic up to advanced level. This will be a lot of fun, and I am so excited that you found this video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the future videos, because there will be a lot to learn and it will be a lot of fun. It doesn't matter if you're new to IT, preparing for certification, or you just want to experiment with servers, workstation, or any software. I will show you all my secrets and how I level up and have been leveling up through my IT career. We will do all this with the computer you already own, so you don't have to worry about expensive server hardware, high electricity bill, or noisy hardware. Trust me, this will be worth your while. Stay tuned, stick around, and let's do this. Alright, so let's check out the requirements we need for this home lab. So first things first, we need a desktop computer or a laptop. Whichever one you may have is fine. Let's look at the memory that we need. The minimum RAM you need is 16 gig of RAM, and this is very low. So that's why I say minimum. CPU, minimum, you need a quad core, 4 cores at least, preferably AMD or Intel. For the disk, you need a minimum 1 terabyte SSD or NVMe. No spinning old mechanical hard disks, those won't work. Your home lab will be way too slow. So NVMe or SSD disk is highly recommended. You're gonna also need some ISO disk operating systems, Windows or Linux. The home lab will be built primarily on a lot of Windows Server, Windows 10, 11 and so on. We'll add Linux to the home lab as the home lab grows, but primarily for now, the focus will be on Windows. The next thing you're gonna need is virtualization software. There are quite a few out there, like Hyper-V, you have VirtualBox from Oracle, but my personal favorite is VMware Workstation. This software has helped me significantly throughout my career, and I've been using it for many years. I can recall many times I'm troubleshooting stuff at work, and you don't want to mess with the environment at work to do testing. I come home, I have my home lab, and I can do whatever I want in my home lab using VMware Workstation. It makes it so flexible, so easy to use. It's very advanced and very powerful. Highly recommended virtualization software. It's free now, thanks to VMware. Bear in mind that whatever computer you're going to use for your home lab, you will be limited to the amount of resources that computer has. Which means the more CPU, RAM and storage you have, the more virtual machines you can create, the bigger your environment will be. So if you want to follow me in this video, creating this home lab, and like I said, we'll be going from basic environments to more advanced environments. I recommend you to have at least 64 gig of RAM, or maybe 32 could get by. You need at least an 8 core or 16 core CPU with at least, I would say, maybe 2 terabytes of disk space. This is my current setup that I'm using for this home lab. Now that we got all that out of the way, let's get VMware Workstation installed. Head over to broadcom.com, sign up for a free account, and then we're going to download VMware Workstation. If you have any problems finding where to download VMware Workstation on broadcom.com, check the description below. I put a series of steps there that you can follow to quickly get you to where you need to be to download the software. I noticed that since the acquisition of VMware through Broadcom, it's been difficult to navigate that site. Okay, installation is complete. So let's open it up and see what we get. So right here we have two options. We have personal use and commercial use. We're building a home lab, so personal use is what we'll select to be able to use the software for free. Hit continue, then finish. Software opens up. Welcome to VMware Workstation Pro 17. So for now, just looking around on a few settings, but we're not going to change anything right now. I pretty much just use it as default. But there's a lot of changes you can make. As I say, it's a very advanced and powerful software. So for now, let's just accept the fonts, and then we're gonna just go through and create some virtual machines. Okay, so for now, we're gonna create 2 virtual machines, 2 Windows 10 machines, and we're just gonna quickly connect to the network and just share a few files between both of them. For the next series, part 2 of the Home Lab series, we're gonna build out on this network, introduce some more domain controllers, some more servers, and so on. But for now, just to demonstrate how to use VMware Workstation Pro on a basic level. So let's get started. But before we create the virtual machines, there are a few things that I always like to do before I build out my environment. So first of all, you need to identify where you're going to be storing all your virtual machines. I like to keep it neat. So right here I have TechBytes Lab. This is a T drive. This is a 1 terabyte drive. I'm just starting off with that. I have a folder with OS images, right? These are my OS images for now. I'll add more later if I need to. So I'm going to be installing Windows 10 to Windows 10 virtual machines right now. For the VLab, this is where I'm going to store all the virtual machines. Also, the first domain that we're going to create is going to be called techbytes.home. That's going to be the domain we're going to be working with throughout the series until we add additional domains and have a multi-site. Like I said, this will be from basic to advanced, so make sure you stay tuned. So right here I have a techbytes.home folder. This is going to be the domain. Within that folder I have the 2 machines I'm going to create, Win10A, Win10B for now. Also, in VMware Workstation I have a folder here as well, techbytes.home, and I'm going to put all the virtual machines relating to this domain under this folder. So let's get started. So file, new virtual machine, typical recommended, just keep default here. I'll install the operating system later. Alright, Win10, well, it's there by default. A bunch of operating system here you can choose, just to take a look at that. Alright, next thing, we're going to hit next, and we're going to call this Win10A, capital A. Alright, where am I going to store this? So I'm going to store this on the T drive, as I said, right? VLab, techbytes.home, Win10A. Okay, Win10A, the name of the VM. Next, I'm going to give it, could have given it 60 gigs, but hey, I'm starting with 40 gigs, right? Let's work with that. Customize the hardware. What do I need? Alright, check this. Printer. I'm not printing anything. I don't need that. Let's remove that. Memory. 2 gigs. Processors 2. I can easily change this to any other NIC that I need. Any other VM networks. Sorry, these are VM networks. And these VM networks will be private networks. So if I have 2 machines on the same VM network, they'll be able to communicate once they have the same IP as well. The same IP, once they belong to the same IP subnet, I should say. Alright, so leave it at that so we can get some updates. Close, finish. Alright, so we have Win10A here. Drag it up. techbytes.home. Next, we can also look at the settings. Right click on the tab here, settings. Options, what do we have here? We have, let me see now, advanced. We're gonna use UEFI. BIOS would mean all MBR, so we're gonna use UEFI for the boot. Secure boot, I don't need that. I think with this I'm good with the defaults. Okay, power it up. We can ignore this. We'll get this error sometimes about the SATA 0. Alright, so we boot it up. There's nothing to boot, so it comes back right into the BIOS here. So before we boot, we are going to need to set up the boot order, configure boot options, change boot order, change the order, enter there, SATA CD-ROM. I'm going to use plus, as you see right below where you say move entry, plus bring it up, minus move it down. hit plus, brings it up, enter, commit changes and exit boot manager, then reset. But before I do that, I'm going to press Ctrl and Alt to get access back to my mouse, and I'm going to mount the ISO. So CD-ROM, connect, use ISO file, browse. Where are my ISO files? Remember here, tech bytes, OS ISOs, right? Windows 10, this is what I'm using. Okay, now the ISO is mounted. I'm gonna hit reset the system to get out of the BIOS, and it should boot the CD-ROM. Alright, any key, boom, here we go. Windows 10 is currently being loading up for installation. Give it a few minutes. Alright, here we go now. Next, install. I know you're watching this, probably installed Windows 10 1,000 times, right? So, nothing new here. I don't have a product key. This is evaluation, so I'm gonna go with Win 10 Pro. Next. Accept the license. Next. Nothing to upgrade. It's new. So custom. 40 gig drive. Hit next. And just wait for the installation to complete. Alright, so Windows 10 is completely installed. As you can see, I'm on the desktop, right? But we don't have any internet. When it's on NAT, you should be sharing the internet with my physical computer. For some reason, with most of the versions in VMware Workstations, I noticed that primarily the later versions, when it's set to NAT, it doesn't work the NAT service properly. I think it's something simple that can fix, but to be honest, I've never ever tried to fix it because the workaround is pretty simple. I just go to customs and I just choose whatever one you set, you have labeled as NAT, just select that one, okay, and that's it. It should fix the internet. You should be able to get internet through the NAT service on your physical machine, right? Yeah, there you go. Good to go. Alright, this is the configuration we're going to use for these two machines. So this one is going to be on a 192.168.130 class C /24 network. So let's get the first machine set up, Win 10A. We don't have any gateway right now, so we're going to skip that. Actually, we don't have any DNS either. That's it. So, okay. Alright, but in this case, we also need to change the network. The VM network from NAT to, let's go with VMnet 1. Okay. This is pretty much all I want to do for now. I'm going to shut this machine down. I need to install and set up the second machine. But this is the beauty with virtualization. I don't need to go through everything I just did. All I'm going to know is just do a clone of this machine. Clone. Next. Current state. create a linked clone. A linked clone, this says reference the original virtual machine and it uses less disk space. However, it cannot run without access to the original. So this is a very nice feature where you can clone a machine and it uses like kilobytes of space. And I think it does this through a snapshot that it creates from the original machine, and it's pretty much its own machine running from the original of a snapshot. But it always needs the original to function. So if the original gets deleted, then the linked clone won't work. So I like to go with full clone. I have the space. You know, I'm gonna use linked clone and you have limited space. So I have all the space. I'm not worried about space at this point. So I'm going with a full clone. Alright, so this is gonna be B. And where is it gonna be stored? Same place as the other one, right? So let's find it. Tech bytes, VLab, that one, B, okay, right? So if we look at this, the folder is empty right now, right? I created the folder beforehand. Finish. The files are being populated. That's done. Close. Alright, so we have B now. Move it into the tech bytes home folder. Power on B. See what happens. I did give it the username techb. Alright, so it's a clone of WinA. That's the reason I put this text file here. This is a WinA. This is WinA. So now we're gonna say, well, we don't have to do this, but you know, let's just do it. Doesn't matter. This is now WinB. Alright, so what am I going to do now? The next thing I need to do is change the IP address to reflect WinB. So WinA should be .30, WinB should be .31. Okay. Another thing I didn't do was change the computer name. Okay, so it has a generic name, so let's change that name as well. 10B. Okay, I'll leave it at work group, I don't really care. Okay, again, close and restart. Now let's power up Win10A. Alright, let's change that name. Okay. Let's reboot this. Alright, yeah, it's pinging. Alright, quick network test. As you can see, we have communication between Win10A. Let's do the same thing here. Let's go get Win10B, so I can ping across both servers. So this is a simple network that I just set up, and it's as easy as ensuring that both the servers are on the same VMnet 1, even without a gateway. VMnet 1. The only time you need a gateway pretty much in VMware Workstation between servers is if you go into a different VMnet. That's it.
Okay peeps, thank you for staying with me. We have reached the end of this first video for Best Home Lab Part 1. Remember, like, subscribe, share, stay tuned, and look out for the future videos. We will expand on this lab, make it even better, more advanced, introduce a lot more servers. A lot of experience to be gained, a lot of fun to be had. Thank you for tuning in. Peace out.